Hello children. So proceeding to the next question, coming to the second part of solution. Question number 1.10. An electric dipole with dipole moment 4 into 10 raised to power minus 9 coulomb meter is aligned at 30 degree with the direction of uniform electric field of magnitude 5 into 10 raised to power minus 4 Newton per coulomb. Calculate the magnitude of torque acting on the dipole. Children, you need to keep your textbook in front of you so that you may correlate better, right? So what is given in the question? The dipole moment is given as 4 into 10 to the power minus 9 coulomb meter. Angle is given. Electric field is also given. We know that torque is given by P, E sin theta. Everything is given P, E as well as theta. So simply putting the values and solving, we get torque as 10 raised to the power minus 4. And what is the SI unit of torque? It is Newton meter. So this is 10 raised to the power minus 4 Newton meter. Very simple. Right, coming to the next one, 1.11, I'll read out for you. A polythene piece rubbed with wool is found to have a negative charge of 3.2 into 10 raised to the power minus 7 coulomb. Estimate the number of electrons transferred. Is there a transfer of mass from wool to polythene? When we are rubbing, mass भी transfer होता है या नहीं? That you need to find out, right? So what is given in the question? Charge is given. Electrons are transferred. So we know that the charge of electron is 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 coulomb, right? So as per the quantization of charge, Q is equals to NE. So total charge is NE. So N will be Q by E. Q by E. Solving 3.2 into 10 to the power minus 7 divided by this. Solving this fraction, we get 2 into 10 raised to the power 12. How many electrons got transferred? 2 into 10 raised to the power 12 electrons get transferred from polythene to wool. Right? A polythene piece rubbed with wool is found to have a negative charge. तो polythene पे कैसा charge आया? Negative charge. क्योंकि उसने electron, yes, because it has taken electron or given electron. Negative charge means it has taken electron. So what is the charge on wool? Wool पे कितना charge आएगा? Obviously positive. So since polythene has negative charge, hence wool will have positive charge, right? It will have positive charge. अभी जब charge जा रहा है, because charge is the movement, when it is getting charged, electrons are getting transferred, some mass will also be transferred. So yes, the answer is yes, the mass will be transferred. कितना mass transfer हुआ? अभी इतने सारे electrons अगर transfer हुए हैं, and we know, although electron का mass बहुत बहुत negligible होता है, it is nowhere counted, very very light, but still in the question it is asked कितना mass transfer हुआ? Has the mass transferred? So our answer will be yes, the mass has been transferred. How much mass has been transferred? इतने इलेक्ट्रॉन ट्रांसफर हुए हैं, तो एक इलेक्ट्रॉन का मास 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31, we have to remember it, and इतने इलेक्ट्रॉन्स का मास we have to multiply this number of electron into the mass of electron. So multiplying number of electron into mass of electron, we get answer as 1.82 into 10 to the power minus 18 kg. ये देखो 10 की पावर कितना कम है, इतने कम मास ट्रांसफर से कोई मेजर डिफरेंस नहीं आने वाला, but as it is asked in the question, so we are supposed to find. So what is the mass transferred? 1.8 into 10 raised to power minus 18 kg of mass is transferred from wool to polythene, right? Although it is negligibly small. Yes. Next question is 1.15. Question number 1.12 and 1.13. These types we have solved in our practice also. So you can go through those lectures and see how to solve. Whenever there are two charges, ये अनचार्ज है, ये चार्ज है, इसका चार्ज क्यू है, जैसे ही हम इसके कांटेक्ट में लेके आएंगे इसको q/2 अभी ये जहां भी जिससे भी टच होगा इट्स चार्ज विल बी q/2 टेकन, राइट? सो अकॉर्डिंगली यू मे सॉल्व. आई हैव डिस्कस्ड द सेम प्रॉब्लम इन द अदर लेक्चर, right? Coming to the next important question, that is 1.15, real important question. Consider a uniform electric field which is given as 3 into 10 raised to the power 3 I Newton per coulomb. I means the electric field is along x direction. What is the flux of this field through a square of 10 centimeter on a side whose plane is parallel to the xyz? Sorry, plane is parallel to xz plane. So if I am taking this as x, this as y and this as z, I repeat again, ये x है जैसे हम ग्राफ शीट पे लेते हैं, ये y है और ये z है. So if they are talking about yz plane, so ये y है, ये z है, so ये समझो ये वाला yz plane है. अगर ये वाला yz प्लेन है और इसके पैरेलल में यहां पे लूं या यहां पे कुछ भी लूं, yz प्लेन के पैरेलल जो भी मैं लेती हूं x उसके हमेशा नॉर्मल माना जाएगा. yz प्लेन मतलब ये वाला प्लेन, एंड x इज नॉर्मल टू yz प्लेन, राइट. So normal to plane parallel to yz plane points in which direction? X direction, right? So square of 10 centimeter side is kept. So how to find the area of the square? We'll find area of the square in x direction. Area will be 10 centimeter is the side, converting 10 centimeter to meter, that is 0.1. So side into side, and along which direction? I, because it is along x direction. So this becomes 0.01 I meter square, right? So we know that flux is given by E dot ds. E is already given in the question, 3000 I, into ds we have already found 0.01 I. So multiplying these two, 3 into 10 to the power 3 into 0.01 becomes 30. I dot I becomes 1. I dot I is 1, J dot J is 1, and K dot K is also 1. So this becomes 1. So what is phi? Phi is 30 Newton meter square per Coulomb. We need to write the SI unit, right? Now in the second part of the question, what is the flux through the same square if normal to it plane makes an angle of 60 degree with x axis? अभी हमने वो पैरेलल नहीं लिया, उसको टर्न कर दिया 60 डिग्री पे. So when the angle is given, we know that phi is equal to E ds or E ds cos theta. So what is theta given here? Theta is given as 60 degree. E हमें पता है, will not take I here, हाँ. Delta S हमें पता है, and cos 60 एंगल हमें ऑलरेडी दिया, तो वी हैव टू फाइंड द मैग्नीट्यूड नाउ. सो E का वैल्यू रखा है, ds का वैल्यू 0.01 रखा है, एंड cos 60 इज हाफ. सॉल्विंग दिस वी गेट इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक फ्लक्स इज 15 न्यूटन मीटर स्क्वायर पर कूलम. सो दैट विल बी योर आंसर इफ दैट प्लेन इज टर्न्ड एट एन एंगल ऑफ 60 डिग्री, राइट? So same question, same type in the next 1.16. Consider the same electric field. E is equal to 3 into 10 raised to power 3 I Newton per Coulomb. What is the net flux of the field through a cube of side 20 centimeter oriented so that its faces are parallel to the coordinate plane? Again we have discussed this question. ये हमने कोई cube लिया है. We are discussing 1.16 here, right? सारे प्लेन्स ये भी पैरेलल है, इसके ये भी पैरेलल है, क्यूब के लिए हर एक फेस. सो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस इन दिस डायरेक्शन, अपर डायरेक्शन, डाउनवर्ड डायरेक्शन, फ्रंट एज वेल एज द बैकवर्ड. इन ऑल द डायरेक्शंस इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस आर पैरेलल टू yz plane, right? So flux through the other faces is 0. Hence the net flux through the cube will be 0. We have discussed the same type in the previous lecture also, right? Coming to the next one, that is 1.17. So in 1.17 it has been given that the electric field at the surface of a black box indicates that net outward flux through the surface is 8 into 10 raised to power 3 Newton meter square per Coulomb. Flux हमें दिया है, right? What is the net charge inside the box? We need to find the net charge inside the box. So according to Gauss theorem, phi is given by 1 upon epsilon naught times the charge, the net charge. So charge will be phi into epsilon naught, putting the value of phi which is given, and epsilon naught ka value we know 8.85 into 10 to the power minus 12. Solving, the charge comes out to be 0.07 into 10 raised to the power minus 6. You may check the calculation. और 10 की पावर minus 6 है तो हम इसको ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं 0.07 माइक्रो कूलम, राइट? So this is the net charge inside the box. Now second part says that if the net outward flux of the surface box were 0, अगर बाहर की तरफ आने वाला flux 0 है, could you conclude that there were no charges inside the box? Why or why not, right? So no, we cannot say that there are no charges inside the box. We can only say that the net charge inside the box is 0, right? Charges may be on the surface also. So we cannot conclude here that if net outward flux 0 आ रहा है तो charge भी अंदर का 0 होगा. No, this is not true. So I hope you understood. Remaining parts we'll discuss in the third part of the lecture, right? Third part of NCERT.